Hello, Leos. How you doing? Welcome to your Astroflower reading here, going from the 23rd to the 29th of September. Here's the Astroflower here. Let's just open her up and let's just see what's going on with the messages from the Astroflower for you. On your overall energies, the energies that are coming from you within your relationship side, it seems to be constant both over the past of what you wanted and what you want in the future. It's a very consistent thing about building bridges, connecting with people in a very consistent way. Building bridges. On your financial side, there's a definite push towards a future, pushing towards a project and so forth. Let's just see what we got in the way of cards for you. You got on the overall energies, you've got the Ace of Wands. Now, it's totally you energy. I think there's a lot of driving force here, and I think it mainly goes within your financial world rather than in your sort of emotional side of life. But it's definitely out with the old and in with the new. There seems to be like where you're building this thing in your future on your financial side. On your relationship side, it's got that consistency, and this is maybe a case it's out with the old way of having a little bit of chaos within your relationships. You're now starting to see a little bit more consistency within your life, and I don't know why, but the Ace of Wands there, the Ace of Swords, just wants to jump out into the picture here. So obviously victories as well. And I think this is what is out with the old and in with the new. It gives you a good idea of what the sort of going on in your relationship sort of side. Let's just see what's going on here and see what's on the relationship, emotional path and everything like that. You've got the karmic path, which is in this petal here. The karmic path on this side here, it seems to be playing out nicely into sort of connecting with people that are around you, and it's very consistent. It's not sort of juttery. It's not sort of, there's not a great deal of expectations. It's quite nice. It's very friendly. The overall, the general, the influence on the universe is really, there's a lot of fire in that. There's a lot of energy coming through that and driving through. It's a very passionate time, and this could be all about building bridges. And in the past, you've got the energy that flows into this card here, the Ace of Wands, and it's like you're learning from the chaos from the past and enjoying the moment. And in your future, it goes really high. It goes really high, and it's got really nice sort of bubbly energy going on. What's the lessons from this week here? The lessons is how you interact with the world that is around you. And it's quite important, the whole idea of enjoying the moment, celebrating the moment or the connection with other people, and doing that sort of connection with other people helps you to see the consistencies in life and what really works for you over a long period of time, as it were. Let's just bring it up here now. So let's bring it up so that we can get on the cards. There you go. As I say, I'm using a new system this week. I tell you that? So I'm using a new system and I haven't quite got it down yet. But let's see. On your karmic path, you get the strength card. And this goes, and this is where the consistency is coming in here. And I'm saying, as the energy is flowing out, it's seeing being strong. It's very much a you card. Obviously, it's a Leo. It's a lion. But it's also sort of like you're quelling your doubts. And I think it's on your karmic path to actually enjoy this moment. On the connection to the universe, you've got the devil card. The devil, mischievous, but mischievous part of life. And it could be just like exploring all sort of different avenues. So you can see, what avenues in life and connections with other people are worthwhile, exploring further and what ones are not. In a very nice way. There doesn't seem to be any bad energy coming off of any of that. In your past self, you get the Magician card. The Magician there is like you've gone through a lot, I think, over the past few months maybe, and finally you're getting to a place where you can use all of that lessons you've had in the past and use it to your future, so it brings up a lot of benefit for you. And then in your future self, you get the Wheel of Fortune. Absolutely brilliant for you. It is getting the energy to sort of flow into your direction, as it were, flow in your sense. Okay. And then in the outside of it is nurturing. That, as I said, it comes down to here. Let's just bring up the Astroflower, as it were. Let me just, bring up the Astroflower. There we go. So these two cards here, hang on a second. So we got them there. So we got the Seven of Pentacles at the top. And it was, the energy was playing into this Devil card here. And this is what I was talking about of, being very much a case of exploring your connections with other people and nurturing. Now, the thing is with the the Seven of Pentacles here, this Seven of Pentacles, it has those Six of Pentacles down this one side here. That's, he's nurturing his future. And the Six of Pentacles is all about you, nurturing your future. But he does have that pentacle in between his feet. And it's like planting the seeds for the future, understanding of where you're coming from in regards to life and what you want out of life and connecting with new people and so forth. So I think it's a very good about sort of nurturing that sort of side of life. Let's just see what's going on in your financial side. The karmic path here, it's tied slightly into the past. This could be a project that you've been trying to develop, and it seems like there's good forward movement, and it could be for a job or a business or a project. In the universal connection, well, it actually comes, it is bringing in a lot, and it's bringing into that whole sort of that Ace of Wands sort of out with the old and in with the new sort of scenario, and it's building something very new. So it's it's backing you up a lot. And in your past goes very high. It sort of it's doing a lot of protection work going on there. So it's like what you've put into place in the past was now protecting you as you go forward. And in your future self, let's just have a look on that. That's the future self. Whoa, that's got a lot of sort of like little shooting stars going on and everything like that. It could be a good confrontation that you're going into. It could be a case of confronting something that is a challenge for you more than anything else. That's what it could well be. And what's the lesson out of this week here? Learn from your mistakes. And I think this has to do with the past. And if you learn from your mistakes, every encounter that you get in the going future, is going to be an encounter in a way that is, it provokes challenges, but actually you've got it covered. You've got your bases covered in it all. On your karmic path, you get the Ten of Wands. Okay. Carrying a lot. I think basically on your karmic path here, it's sort of saying, it's like you've gone all in, and there's like, you've started a business, there's no turning back. That's what I'm sort of saying. There's no turning back. This is just the, you've got to be really heading on into your future and really working out where you're going. And it's also knowing what you should be carrying and what you shouldn't be carrying. But at the moment, you've carried a lot in the way of knowledge, understanding, and so forth. And you're putting a lot into your future. The universe is giving you the Nine of Cups. It's backing you up all the way. It's giving you a lot of options and choices that stimulate you. And I think this has to do with the stars at the top. Really beautiful energy here. Out with the old and in with the new. You've learned a lot, and now the new is actually applying everything that you've learned. In your past self, you get the Four of Cups. This is exactly it. Streamlining those three cups there into that one cup. That's what you're doing at the moment. It works really, really well for you. And, getting into that, choosing one of those cups there at a time and really enjoying the moment. But there's lots sparking at the moment. This is your future self. Okay, so this is where I think, you're going to have to fight for it. And that doesn't necessarily mean, taking people out. What it means is that you've done a huge amounts, Leo. You have a lot of attributes that play into your favor. Once you start using those attributes, where you may not have had success in the past, I think you're going to get it. And I think you're moving from a place where the job may be stagnant or the business is not really taken off or it's stagnant and so forth. And that's the general starting point that you're coming from. And it's like now it's a case of projecting it right into the future. There's a lot coming in, and it could well be. We'll see with the influencing cards how it comes in. Yeah, it's gonna, and the lessons to be learned here. Once you start applying that Four of Cups, the moment you start applying what you've learned in the past and using all those attributes, it's gonna free you out. That's what the out with the old and in with the new is all about. That's what it's all about. And it was a massively liberating moment. Let's just see how the cards play out across the board as we sort of like see what the influencing energies that are around you that are coming in to your world. So on your relationships, on the general energies, patience. I think, yeah, definitely patience within the whole scenario, converting negative into positive. I think that's all about you nurturing your pathway, nurturing where you're going. The cards are jumping a little bit. Nurturing where you're going, I think, is really good. Shining a light on things. Yeah, and you get the moon cards. So, you know, you got the moon within the temperance card. I'll get there in a minute. In the temperance card, and it comes up with the strength, and it's willing to look at all angles and all situations that before may have actually caused you distress or may have caused you doubts in your relationships or in you. But that's really coming to an end. That's really no longer happening for you. In the influence in the universe, and this is possibly, yeah, it could be about the idea of seeing what works for you and what doesn't work for you, but knowing and observing what is going on around you to see which relationships are maybe just trying to take more than just a little slice of you, you know. And that's why you got to nurture the ones that are really good for you. And you can do that with the influencing coming in from the universe. It may mean there is a little bit of conflict. And I think that's what I needed to say on the universal sort of energies there. There may be a little bit of conflict going on there with the outside world. But I think you've got to play it cool. I wouldn't be triggered by it. And in your past, with the magician cards, you have the Seven of Cups. And in the past, you can manifest the path that is good for you. And that's all about that nurturing. You know, there's one cup that's giving the good stuff on this card here. And that's what you should be following, the evident path as you go forward. The moment you start doing that from your past, you're going to get some really good success. And you got that Wheel of Fortune, as I said, you can start working it in your favor. Here is basically the influence in the outside world. People around you may be asking you for acts of love in a way. Sort of saying, what are the steps we need to do to get to the perfect position in our love and our relationship in our life? And that could be, you know, commitment and so forth. There seems to be a sort of a pressure on from the outside world, which is to do with commitment. But look at that on your lessons for the week here about nurturing which paths or which relationships are good for you. You get the King of Wands, and the King of Wands is totally you. Look, there's that lion in the background, and you get that lion on your karmic path. That is the background. That is what you're sorting out. You're sorting out all of those doubts within your life in regards to any relationships, exposing the relationships that are just giving you a hard time and not really helping you and could be very detrimental to you. There's a lot of sorting that out. And as I said, I think you've been through a hard time. And I think this is week here, you're sorting the chaff from the wheat in regards to it all. And you're feeling very comfortable about it all. Let's see what's going on the financial side. Look at that. Financial side, you get the Ace of Wands with the Ace of Wands. Totally out with the old and in with the new. I think this is a major liberation week for you financially at the moment. And, once we start looking into the energies as well of the sun and how the sun's acting, this is good vibration for you at the moment, and the prana energy as well. The influence on your karmic path is playing smart about it all. You got the Seven of Cups, Seven of Swords with the 10 of Wands. You got to be smart about what you're trying to do here. Don't try and cover all the bases. Use your past and your sort of your experiences to really influence your future in a very, very good way. Look at the universe. As I said, the universe is bringing in some beautiful stuff. It's bringing you total victory. 6 of Wands there from the universe. I think there's a big... I think the universe has kind of got your back and started kind of going, okay, Leo, well, let's step out there and let's confront the world. The time of waiting around, of emotional stress and strain that's drained you, has come to an end, and now is the time to act, as it were. On the past, you get the Four of Cups with the 9 of Pentacles. As I said, streamlining, this is what you're going through, the process of streamlining everything into that one cup. And then you get the 9 of Pentacles, which is not only nurturing, it's also seeing the results and being laser focused on where you want to be going in life and what's working for you more than anything else. Okay, in your future self, this is amazing. You get the 5 of Pentacles. Now this is money loss, and I think this is all to do with your past, and this is where I think the universe is putting you in a position where there's no going back. And that's why you've got the Ace of Wands. And that's what I was saying earlier on with the connections with everything. And you are in what you should be looking for within the world around you. Look at that. You get the Chariot card with the Page of Wands. There is a lot of drive behind you at the moment in order to get the results that you so want out of this financial week. And it does look really, really good for you. There is no doubt about it. There's a lot of beautiful stuff going on. But I think within your financial side, it's a case of it almost feels like you've got to go through the bad to get to the good. So, it's you've been trying, you've been trying very hard. I think that is rapidly changing if you use the thing that comes in from the past in your life. Just quickly having a look at the elements. Let me just have a quick squiz on this, and let's just see where that's playing the most. Over here you've got the water that's coming through, that's coming down. That's giving you that emotional security because it's feeding down onto that strength card with very good sort of consistent air energy that's going through here, which you can see, which comes from Libra. Nicely for you. And once you start combining those two, this is where, on these two cards here, on this section here, you've got the earth and fire, which is at the top, which is, an earth that gives you that consistency within your fire, within yourself. So acts, and as I said, acts of love will be really, really important. We can see a similar sort of thing going on your financial side, but you have the mutable energies coming down here from earth and air. So that earth and air is sort of like mixing in with ideas and getting ready to physically start moving. And I think that's what's driving that force behind you there of that earth and water, which is very fertile energy, which is giving you that drive and force to actually push on your ideas. And out the top there, you get the fixed fire of yourself and that cardinal water. So I think in your financial side at the moment, especially with the consistency within the solar activities, which you'll see on our energy updates, the important is the acts, I think, more than anything else this week. Really, really important for you, of how you act in life and how you engage in everything that is around you. in very, very physical ways. And it will help you to expose, as I said, on the relationship side, those things that work and those things that don't work. So play to your earth energy, I think, will be very good for you at the moment in this coming week. There you go, Leo. Thanking you very much for being with us. I hope you enjoy the new format. It's still a learning curve, so you're going to have to excuse any sort of faux pas. Don't forget about the energy updates and also the lunar readings that we did for the collective and the individuals. You can see that sort of energy is going to last for the next month, because we've got a super moon coming up next month as well. In the meantime, we will have a energy update on the equinox, which is coming this weekend, which is also a watershed moment in life in regards to Pluto in the sign of Capricorn going on to Aquarius. That's really important. I'm going to try and do something with that next week as well. So anyway, there's a lot going on. Thank you very much for all your support you give to this channel for the YouTube system. Really do appreciate it. I will see you soon. In the meantime, don't forget, life should be fun, so please do enjoy.